Imagine waking up tomorrow, and the world has completely changed. The streets are silent, cars abandoned, stores looted, and in the distance, you hear the slow shuffle of footsteps. Not human footsteps. You just step into The Walking Dead, but this time, it's not TV. It's real life. The question is, would we survive? Or would humanity collapse faster than we think? Welcome back to the channel Tomorrow Coded, your ultimate survival guide for all things zombies, apocalypses, and the nightmares we secretly wonder about. Today we're asking the question, The Walking Dead in real life, would we last? Smash that like button. It tells the algorithm you're into this kind of content. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. And drop a comment below with your craziest what-if ideas. Survival isn't just about killing zombies. It's about food, water, shelter, trust, and making the impossible choices no one wants to face. But before we dive in, quick challenge for you. If the zombie outbreak started right now, what's the first thing you'd grab? Think about it, because by the end of this video, your answer might change. Alright, let's step into the apocalypse together. So let's imagine day one of the outbreak. Forget hero moments. Most people wouldn't even know what's happening. News channels would say strange attacks. Social media will be filled with shaky videos. And by the time the truth sinks in, it's already too late. In The Walking Dead, survivors quickly realize the dead don't stay dead. But in real life, panic would spread faster than the infection itself. Roads would clog with traffic. Supermarkets would be torn apart in hours. And if you didn't act immediately, you'd be stuck with nothing but stale chips and tap water that won't run for long. Early survival, food, water, shelter. Food. Here's the truth. Food doesn't last. Grocery store bread? Moldy in a week. Meat? Gone in days without power. The only real option would be canned goods, dry rice, beans, foods most people overlook until it's too late. And let's be real. How many of us actually have months of canned beans stacked in our pantries? Water. Water might be even more dangerous than zombies. Once the grid collapses, taps run dry. Dehydration kills in just 3 days, way faster than hunger. That means early survivors would have to raid bottled water or learn to filter from rivers and rain. In The Walking Dead, characters find endless water jugs on the road. In reality, those shelves would be stripped in hours. Shelter. And then, where do you sleep? Your house isn't safe. Too many windows, too many doors. Cities would be the worst. Noise, panic, and of course, millions of zombies in one place. The real survivors would flee fast, heading for rural areas, farms, or anywhere with natural barriers. Pause for a second. Picture yourself right now. It's day 2. You've got 2 cans of soup, half a bottle of water, and your neighbor's German Shepherd barking like crazy. Where do you go? Do you risk the city for supplies, or head into the wilderness with no plan? These are the kinds of impossible choices that separate TV survivors from real ones. Weapons, combat, and zombie encounters. Weapons, reality check. In The Walking Dead, everyone somehow becomes a professional sharpshooter overnight. Crossbows, machetes, perfect headshots with pistols. It looks amazing. But in real life, most people have never even held a weapon, let alone fought off a moving corpse with one. Guns? Sure, they're powerful, but bullets run out fast, and gunshots are like zombie dinner bells. Imagine firing once, and suddenly hearing groans echo from every direction. Not exactly stealthy. Melee weapons, like bats or axes, sound great until you realize how heavy they are. Swinging an axe at a skull? That's exhausting after 3 tries. And worse, what if the blade gets stuck? Suddenly, you're pulling and yanking while the zombie keeps coming closer. Not ideal. The smart survivor's arsenal. So what works? Think simple. A crowbar, sturdy, no reloads, and it doubles as a tool. A spear or sharpened staff keeps distance between you and the infected. Even kitchen knives can save you in close quarters. But really, the best weapon is strategy. Avoiding fights means surviving longer. Zombie encounter. Imagine this. Picture it. You're creeping through an abandoned gas station. The smell of gasoline and rot lingers in the air. Shelves are half empty, cans scattered across the floor. You hear it. A slow, wet dragging sound. You freeze. A zombie stumbles from the back room, its jaw slack, eyes cloudy. Your heart races. You've got one chance. Do you swing your crowbar and risk the noise? Or do you sneak around and hope it doesn't notice you? The show makes it look easy, but in reality, that one choice could decide whether you live or become lunch. Humor break, the rookie mistakes. And let's be honest, most of us wouldn't go out in a blaze of glory. We'd go out from something dumb, tripping over a soda can, arguing too loud, running out of breath after 2 blocks. In a zombie apocalypse, cardio isn't just exercise, it's survival. Zombieland got that part right. So while The Walking Dead gives us epic katana fights and dramatic standoffs, the real world would be slower, scarier, and way more exhausting. Group dynamics plus human conflict. The real monster, other survivors. If The Walking Dead taught us anything, it's this. Zombies are dangerous, but people are worse. Think about it. When society collapses, there are no police, no courts, no rules. That nice neighbor who used to bring you cookies? In a world where food is scarce, they might be the first one trying to steal from you. And it wouldn't take long. The first week, people panic. The second week, shelves empty. By week 3, it's survival of the fittest. Trust and betrayal. Here's the dilemma. You need people to survive. A lone wolf can only carry so much water, only stand guard so many hours, only cook and clean and fight for so long. But the more people you add to your group, the greater the chance someone snaps. Arguments over food, power struggles, someone making decisions that put everyone at risk. That's why groups fracture, and in real life, it could get ugly fast. Imagine this scenario. You've managed to gather 5 survivors. You're holed up in an abandoned farmhouse. Supplies are low. Then someone suggests, why don't we raid the next town? Take what we need. Another person argues, that's suicide. We should conserve. Voices rise. Anger builds. Suddenly, it's not the zombies scratching at the windows you're afraid of. It's the guys sitting across the table from you. In The Walking Dead, we see these standoffs explode into war. Rick's group versus the governor, versus Negan, versus the Whisperers. In the real world, maybe it wouldn't be so cinematic. But small-scale power struggles? Absolutely. Who would lead? Leadership becomes critical. In shows, the charismatic hero usually steps up. But in reality, maybe it's not the loudest voice. It's the one who stays calm under pressure, the one who earns trust day by day. But what happens if 2 leaders emerge? 2 visions of survival. Do you stay together or split? Both choices are dangerous. Dark truth. The apocalypse might not make us all heroes. So would become protectors. Some, predators. And most of us, we just be scared humans trying to figure out who to trust before it's too late. So, would we last in a real-life Walking Dead scenario? The truth is, some would survive. Many wouldn't. Not because of zombies, those are predictable, but because of hunger, thirst, fear, and each other. The show gives us heroes like Rick, Michonne, and Daryl. In reality, we might not get neat story arcs. We get chaos, heartbreak, maybe moments of bravery, and maybe moments we're not proud of. But here's the chilling part. The line between survival and savagery might be thinner than we think. Now it's your turn. Imagine the world ending tomorrow. No rules, no internet, no electricity. Just you, the undead, and whoever you trust at your side. What's your first move? Do you barricade? Do you run? Or do you fight? Drop your survival plan in the comments. Because the real question isn't if we last, it's how long.